We are back live on the Rob Dibble Show. Ben Darnell, live from the AquaTurf Country Club, my hometown of Southington, Connecticut. It's the Special Olympics Connecticut Hall of Fame dinner, and joining us now, Tahj McCall, Special Olympics Hartford local coordinator. He will be getting an Unsung Hero Award. And Tahj, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us what got you involved in the Special Olympics in the first place.
What got me involved was I was working at Hart, for a company called a company that teaches intellectual disabilities to children and adults, and one of the partners that was involved in the Special Olympics kept on trying to get me to come out to be involved, Yost Chandler, and finally I went out, and the rest was history from there.
So how long you been involved with it?
I'd say about 17 to 18 years.
Dang.
Time do go by pretty fast.
Now, when you're a local coordinator, I mean, I know that involves a lot more than just, having the balls and the bats for the baseball games.
Yes, I've been an athlete all my life. Any sport, I just had the ability to just go out there and do, which is great. So it gives me a good feel for the sports that we actually do in the Hartford program, which is floor hockey, basketball, softball, and soccer. So it's been really good going out there, just being a part with the athletes and partners. Just a different feel. Once you're involved, it's just something that you can't walk away from for the most part. It's going to be a part of you for the rest of your life. And I just go out there now and just try to lead by example. Go out there with a good attitude, because the guys are constantly in a good attitude, so they help you lift your spirits and just want to do better at the same time. And just try to lead by example. Just go out there and do whatever it takes to help the program be successful.
Talking to Tahj McCall, he will be getting an Unsung Hero Award here tonight at the Hall of Fame dinner, and he is a Hartford local coordinator. Talk about some of the other stuff, though. I've been told that you pick up anybody who needs a ride. You do a lot of extracurricular stuff that you're known for. I mean, talk about some of your unselfish behavior.
I'm a background guy, so talking is really not my field. I'm just the guy that go out there and try to get the job done, whatever it takes. Like I said, we have, it's been pretty tough in the inner city there in the Hartford program with transportation. So doesn't matter. I go out there along with our partners. We have a great team that we're building over there to rebuild the program. And I'm shooting from work, going straight to picking up 3 or 4 people, dropping them off, going out there, practicing with them, and just trying to get the day going for them, and just showing them that someone cares.
How much has this experience, 17, 18 years, how much has it changed the way you've looked at sports?
It changed because, for one, I was one that was a sore loser. Nobody knows that now, because just the way things changed for me. Like I said, seeing these athletes just going out there, pushing themselves, taking their abilities to new heights, and just going out there having fun, and it just builds a bond, and it just helped me change the way I have become. And like I said, just going out there and just doing whatever it takes and giving my all, just leading by example for the most part.
Talk about some of the talent levels of some of these athletes. I mean, Ben and I were talking. He spoke to one of the athletes, and she deadlifts over 300 pounds.
Yeah, already.
They do some exceptional things. We just had Jared Viennes on, and he was talking about some of the athletes are better than he was when he played in college. I mean, talk about has that impressed you over the 17, 18 years of the quality of some of these athletes?
Oh yes, every day, every week we practice, they get better. And like you were talking about earlier, some athletes are better than you out there. So, just challenge each other to want to do better, to want to get better, to push yourself hard and practice, just to push yourself to new heights and limits.
One thing I've experienced from Special Olympics and just the inclusion movement in America is a lot of kids, special needs or inner city or, from different walks of life that get put into a sport that they never thought that they could do or never even knew existed,
Exactly.
and then find out that they're the best.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had those experiences?
We have had those experiences. Floor hockey, for instance, we have no one never really heard of floor hockey. I haven't either until I joined Unified Sports.
Were we watching this yesterday?
We were watching this yesterday.
Okay,
It's
so
kind of like a stick
Yeah.
with a puck with a hole in the middle of it.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And pretty interesting. And once you sit there to the side and say, nah, I don't want to do that. But once you get involved and start to practice and see how fun it is, see how competitive it is, and even the game of floor hockey itself, we just wrapped up the tournament a couple of weeks ago. It was just great. The competition and the athletes joining that bond of just partnership and competing. It was great.
Did you win that tournament?
We didn't win. We won a couple of games, but we didn't. We didn't come out on top. But
Is that the coaching?
as far as our team,
was it the coaching? Was the fault?
No. As far as our team coming out on top, we have, because the team just reached another level in performance. So we'll be back next year. That's for sure.
And Renee was telling me, Renee Danino from 105.9 The River, that there's no age limit pretty much. It's 8 to 80.
Yes, for the most part. We have one of our oldest athletes, Dennis Corso. He's about 65. He's been very active, and he's continuing to push himself. And it's just a great motivation for us in the group.
Are you going to tell me that when he turns 81, you're going to say, no more, you're done? Or are you going to let the 80 slide a little bit?
Well, the beauty in that is he could transition from Unified, which he has done there, to the skills group. So he can still work his movements at his own pace for the most part.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're talking to Tahj McCall. I wanted to ask you, how'd you get the name, the Tahj part of that?
That was placed upon me from my aunt. And my mom and dad agreed with it, of course. The Tahj fit with the McCall, and get that every time now, Tahj Mahal.
Right.
So just fits well.
I love it, man.
I love it.
Remembers it and everything. What kind of numbers are you dealing with in Hartford when you're driving around picking up these people and setting up these games? How many kids are we talking about here?
We have a big group there, depending on which sport. Basketball is the biggest sport. And like I said, it's not just me now. We have volunteers and partners and staff that goes out their way to help provide transportation and have my back in coaching, because I'm always the late guy, they say. But really, if you look at it, I'm on time, because I'm never stopping. I'm always working.
That's
I'm always
right.
moving. So the numbers for our program can vary from I believe we have about 60 altogether, just as far as a group. And I can pick up maybe 4 to 5 people in a day there.
Could you use some volunteers? I mean, how can people
yes,
get in touch with you?
We could definitely use some volunteers. The more support that we can get from the community, and whoever just willing to lend a helping hand would be great. You can get in contact with me and one of our partners out there, Aaron Frankel. He has this information. You can reach me at 860-518-4375 or doyourreallybelieve77@gmail.com, and you can get in contact with us from there.
You're great,
fantastic.
man. You're awesome.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Tahj McCall, man, an unsung hero. We appreciate it, man. It's awesome what you do for everybody in the Hartford, Special Olympics. We'll be right back on the Rob Dibble